Hi guys, Blake here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina, Lake Taneycomo in Branson, Missouri. It is, I have no idea what day it is. It's Sunday, I know that much. It is October the 2nd, and it is about 12:30 in the afternoon. And I'm going to do the one cast for you today. Today I boated up. I am just right across from the Brown House, up above the Narrows, or over here on the north bank. And I didn't mean for my boat to come quite this far, but today I'm going to start off throwing 1/32 ounce jigs. We're going to start off with a 1/32 ounce black and olive jig. I've got that on 2-pound line. There we go. All right. As I was driving up here, I noticed a lot. It was just a whole line of trout right down the center. So we're gonna focus our boat over here on this side and try to cast those fish out in the center. Beautiful day on Lake Taneycomo. You'll notice I'm wearing jeans right now, which is I actively avoid as much as I can. But it was a whopping 40 degrees on the dock this morning. It's starting to get warm enough to switch back to shorts, but it was cold enough for jeans this morning. Oh, let's see. The water is currently off. I believe they're supposed to kick it up to about 1 unit or so at 1 o'clock, and they're going to run that 1 unit until, I think 8 o'clock tonight, and then they're going to shut it back off. Nothing officially on the first cast. I'm just trying to keep that jig scooting primarily across the bottom here. Don't want to jig it up too high. For some reason, I have better luck when the water's off, just kind of scooting the jig across the bottom. Fishing reports for today. Captain Dwayne Doty. Their first 20 minutes of the trip, they limited out. I think they were somewhere in the Cooper Creek area with the pink power worm. He said they came back, well, they cleaned their fish and then came up here to the trophy area to play, and he said that they fished the 1/32 ounce jig and had a lot of chasers and some takes, but not many hookups. That they were chasing the jig pretty well. And they wound back up down by the resort fishing the pink power worm again, which was working good. My friends Larry and Lisa were out night fishing last night, and they had a banner night for brown trout. They caught a 34-inch brown, two 23-inch browns, a 24-inch brown, and a handful of other really nice fish, all on the Signature Series Darth Maul. over the last few days, I've heard of people doing fairly well, catching at least their limit on rooster tails or MEP spinners. And a boat that I just checked back in right before I came out, so that they went out and trolled spoons, and they had their limit, and they only had a 2-hour rental, so bite is fairly good. All the other guides I saw come in all had fish in their nets as well, so I'd say for the most part the bite is pretty good today. I was hoping that there'd be some chop on the water up here once it got a little later in the afternoon and I could throw some micro jigs, but there's really no chop to speak of, so if I don't have any luck on this jig in the next 5 minutes or so, I might turn the camera off and go down the lake. There was some chop around the bend below Fall Creek Marina. But as I was driving up here, I just couldn't pass up on the number of fish that are setting right here in the middle of the lake. So far, they don't seem too interested in my jig. Oh, there was a chaser. Fish are starting to get a little lethargic. We're experiencing some low oxygen. I'm sure that Phil's been talking about that. So you want to be real careful handling the fish. I had someone bring a 24-incher in this morning, and in between weighing and pictures, you had to really take time to revive it. So your best bet is to get your measurements and pictures right here at the boat and try to get them back in the water as fast as possible right now. Well, they're either not very interested in the jig anymore, or I'm not using the right color. One of the two. But I can see from here the number of fish out there, so. Phil came out early this morning before it was light, and he said that stripping a streamer before the sun started coming up, he was getting a bite on almost every cast. And he said once that sun popped up, it slowed down a lot. I don't know if I'm getting some wind on the water right now. I don't know if it's going to stick around. But if it does, we will switch to a micro jig shortly. I guess we could talk about my trip. So I just got back from Michigan 2 days ago. Went to the Baldwin area and fished the Paramarquette River for the king salmon mating run. And it was a fantastic time. We hit the run just right, and the salmon were very plentiful. The guys that I went with have been going there for over 20 years now, and said that it was in the top 5 of best years they've been there for the amount of fish and the size of the fish. And we were catching salmon anywhere from generally the 18 to 25 pound range all week. And the whole stream was just stacked with really large pods of salmon. All right, this wind is sticking around, so we're going to the micro jig. Somewhere with me, I have some of the pulsa indicators. I'm just gonna stick one of those on. I'll set it about, close to 3 foot, not quite. And this is one that I'm working on getting painted and put in the shop right now. It's got a bright metallic orange head and some very light colored feathers. I'm not sure what color that is, maybe a sand. Might have to set that a little deeper. I didn't set it deep enough. I thought it was a little shallower over there. There, we'll try. Try more like 3.5, close to 4. Oh, that was a fish. What was I doing? But yeah, the king salmon run there in Michigan, that was a ton of fun. I was using an 8-weight rod. I use a method called chuck and duck. I know Phil's done the chuck and duck method here before, on film, but it takes a shooting line, which is kind of more of a hard plastic. Use quite a fair amount of weight. Stream's shallow but fast, and you pull it all out and you chuck and move out of the way so the weight doesn't hit you, and then you drift those flies using that method, and essentially try to swing your flies to the face of the salmon. They're not really hungry, they're in mating mode, but if you put a fly in front of their face enough times, they will snap at it to get it out of their way. And if you've ever tried landing a salmon in a fast current and hooked anywhere else but the mouth, it is almost impossible to get them in. And even the ones, say at least half of the ones that you do hook good, still manage to run far enough to break off or run and find cover and get you stuck. And of course, my chop is going to leave me as fast as it came. We got a cold front getting ready to push through. I think today's our last day where it's supposed to be up in the 70s. And that cold front might affect the fish just a little bit for at least the first day or two. Phil said this morning he saw some fish aggressively taking stuff off the top, and he put on an Adam's parachute fly and said he caught two back to back, and he said he thought he was about to have a really good dry fly bite on that, and then he said he couldn't get any more to do it. Well, maybe another cast or two. We're gonna call it a day. These guys over here next to me look like they've got a decent one on. They've been fighting it for a second. Oh, did I get him? I got him. Oh, and he came off. No. No, no, no. In the net, they got it. All right, that's my last cast. All right, well, no such luck for me. I'm gonna have to keep practicing. I got too used to fishing in Michigan. But we thank you guys for watching today. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll be back out again tomorrow.